Yesterday I went to the International Gem and Jewelry Show, and I thought it would be kind of fun to show you what I bought. I have them all laying out on a towel next to me because with everyone touching them and with, the concern of all the germs, people touching and coughing, I brought them home and then I put them in a hot water disinfectant bath with some disinfectant soap, and then I laid them all out on a towel so they're all laying next to me. This time I didn't go quite as crazy as I usually do, but I spent quite a bit because I got some nicer grade gemstones, and I did get some Chinese crystal and some findings, but we're going to start with some of the gemstones. This is an agate, and it's a nice long strand, and the color on this agate is just beautiful. It's the finish, it's faceted. The finish is almost like glossy. I don't know exactly how that was accomplished, but look at how pretty that is. So I got one in this pinkish purpley color, fuchsia color, and then this is actually sunstone, and I got a nice strand of sunstone, and it is also, as you can see, really pretty faceted. It has that pretty glossy finish, highly polished, very pretty. And these are nice long stones or strands, and these were on sale for $9 each. Were they $9? $9 or $12, something like that each, and that's quite a good price for a nice quality gemstone like that. So I got those, and then I got this agate in several different colors, and again, same type of finish, same faceting, just really, really pretty. I bought these. I buy the gemstones to make jewelry mainly for my mother and I. We like to have really nice, and some of my friends really enjoy having the nicer gemstones. So I bought these. And then here's one also in agate, but it's blue. Really pretty. So I got all of those. And then this one's also an agate. It's kind of a white finish agate. And those are all basically the same type. I got those all at one display, and those are really, really pretty. So those are agate. And then I got some blue goldstone just because I like blue goldstone, and these are really pretty too because of the faceting and how long the strands are. It was really nice, good deal for these too. And I want to get really close and show you. That might be blurred. Let's see. But you can see the sparkle on of the blue goldstone. I think that's really pretty. Of course, that's not a really high grade type of gemstone, but this one is done very well. And then I got some tiger's eye in the same type of cut as the goldstone. And this is the multicolor tiger's eye, and it's really, really pretty too. Look how long these strands are. Really nice. And I know I'm driving you nuts with the camera, but I want you to see just the detail and how pretty those are. So I spent some time. I went a little bit higher grade gemstones this time than I usually do. Sometimes I'll go to the $2 table. They have a table that has nothing but gemstones for $2 a strand. I didn't go to that one today. I wanted a little bit better gemstones, so I kind of stayed with a little bit higher quality. And this is actually amethyst. This isn't glass. It looks almost like purple cut glass, but it's actually amethyst. And look at how pretty that is. And this one was quite a bit higher price, but it was worth it because I can make a really pretty piece. I can put a few pieces in with some clear quartz or some rose quartz that I bought, and make some really nicer quality pieces. And that's that so far. And then I got some citrine rondelles. And this is a light citrine, but it still has quite a bit of color, and it's very nice, very translucent. Not a bunch of clouds, not a bunch of inclusions. This is really pretty citrine. So I got 2 strands of this Really pretty citrine. So you can go to the gemstone show. You can get Chinese crystal for $1 a strand. You can go and get a strand of beads all the way up to $100 and more dollars, depending on what you're buying. But I stayed kind of in the middle, and I spent a little bit more, but I didn't get the very highest grade. But I got some pretty nice gemstones. And then we got some crystal, quartz crystal, and several different strands. And people always ask me where I buy the saucer shaped, because I did a tutorial of a necklace I made my mother with a saucer shape, and I get people all the time asking me where I got it. Well, the only place I've ever found it is at the International Gem and Jewelry Show. And I bought 4 strands of that, and it's like $12 a strand, so I couldn't go too crazy, but they're really nice long strands, so I get a lot of pieces. I'm going to show you how clear and pretty and how nicely cut these are. Really nice. So I can make some really pretty pieces out of that. And it's a very long strand too. So there's a lot of pieces on there. And those are my clear quartz crystals. And then I bought some in a different shape of rondelle. Not a different shape, but a different, well, it is a different shape, but it's also a different cut. It's a smoother, rounder rondelle, and it's still very clear, very pretty quartz crystal. So I got a couple of strands of those, and you can see just a little bit different quality of look to it. And then some very small rondelles, and those are really pretty too. Nice long strands. These strands are kind of separated here, probably from me washing them like a lunatic, but you know, gotta keep the germs off things. There we go. And let me back off and let you see. And that's the beginning of my gemstones here. And then I got some rose quartz, cut very pretty too. This is kind of the saucer cut. It's not quite as defined as this one here, and then a little bit different shape here too, a little smaller. And let me show you close up. These are really pretty too. Really nice. So I got 3 strands of those, a little bit shorter strands. I'm back off and let you see those. And I think that's pretty much the end of my gemstones. That was the end of the amount of money I had to spend on gemstones. So, let's see. Yeah, I have some hematite here. I bought some really pretty. These are little tiny rondelles, kind of flatter rondelles. Look at the sparkle on that. And this is hematite. I'm not sure what these ones were. They were in the same section. They may be hematite too, but they're more of a silver tone. And they were all the same price and in the same like bin. So they are, I would say, gemstones, but they're really pretty, really heavy. And they're not the magnetic type. They're just beads. But those are really pretty. So that right there is my gemstone buy. And that's quite a bit of stuff to make some really pretty high quality pieces for friends and family, whatever. So I'm going to take these and put them aside. And I found some little metal beads. And these are cut and faceted, and I thought these were pretty. They're quite heavy too. And so I bought some of these just to add 2 pieces with my gemstones or whatever. They're really pretty. I'm not sure what kind of metal or anything else that they are, but they're pretty. They're heavy. They feel nice, and they're nicely finished. And then I got some little tiny ones for spacers also. So that's one of the things that I bought. And then I went ahead and got some Chinese crystal just because, you have to get some, you know. It's really cheap. It's $1 a strand, and they're really long strands. And these are 2x3 little rondelles, either that or 2mm round, but they're really tiny ones, and I like to have these to embellish pieces. I just made a piece that I used a bunch of this size in, and I decided that I would like to have some more of those. So they're really pretty, cut nicely, look nice, and I got several strands. Like I said, they were just $1 a strand. And then a couple of small strands of pink, also at $1 a strand. And I mean, these have a lot of beads on them. I would say over 100, a couple hundred maybe, I don't know, but I didn't count them. But they are really long strands. And for $1 a strand, you can't go wrong. And then I got some 3x4 clear crystal. Because I use a lot of these little clear rondelles, and so I like to have them. This one has a little bit of an AB finish, and let me get you a little closer so you can see what it looks like. Really pretty. All of them are really, really pretty. And then I got some blue ones, and these are probably 3x4 also. And as you can see, back off more, these are really, really long strands. So, and those were also $1 a strand. And then just some milky white, opaque white, 3x4 also. Those might be a little bit bigger than 3x4, but that's the thing when you buy them at the show. Sometimes they're not all the same exact size. But they're still worth getting for $1 a strand. You can't beat it. Then I got some of these electroplated, really pretty, colorful. I think these are probably 2x3 also. These are really pretty. And so I got a few strands of those, 3 really long, nice strands. Those will make really nice embellishments. And I'm probably driving you all crazy with the camera, but I don't know. I'm just doing what I can. What I thought was really pretty, and I hadn't seen these yet, were these electroplated, these gold color. These are really pretty, and they'll make great embellishments as you go through, you know, maybe cubic right angle weave, and you put in a small embellishment. These are really pretty too, and I'm going to get you really close to them so you can see the shine, the sparkle. I like those. Those caught my eye from quite a distance, so I grabbed those. And then there's this one is a little bit more translucent, but it still has all the gold electroplating color on it, and a few other colors, and it kind of multicolored. But those are really pretty too. So those you'll see in my pieces. People always say, I want to see what you made. Well, usually I just incorporate them into my pieces as I'm making them. So I don't use just these or whatever. I'll use pearls and these. And so you see what I bought at the Gem and Jewelry Show all the time. I just don't say this is from the Gem and Jewelry Show. I just use a 2x3 crystal or whatever. But that's where I get these. So you do actually see what I've made. Then I've got a little bit bigger piece with all the different colors, the electroplating. And these are probably 3x4, maybe a little bigger. I don't know. Like I said, I measure them before I tell you guys in projects what I'm using. I just get my little gauge out and I just measure them. But that's what, because they're not labeled. They're just in there, just tons of them just laying over like little roller things that you just go and choose. If you've ever been to a gem and jewelry show, you know what I'm talking about. They're not labeled. They just have how much they are, $1 a strand, and there's just hundreds of them everywhere, and you just pick them out. And then I got this really pretty little blue color, and this is another very small size. And that's what that looks like. And that was the extent of the smaller Chinese crystal. But then I found some bigger of the angular crystals that I bought from ChineseCrystalBeads.com. I bought these, and they were like $2 a strand, really cheap. So a lot cheaper than they are online. So I bought several different. I bought the AB clear, and then some of the opaque AB, and then this is just kind of a, yeah, I don't even know, pink, yellow, different color, opaque type. I'll get them close so you can see them. And then I bought some bigger ones that are angular still, but they're kind of flatter shaped, but they're bigger, and they have the electroplating, and they're really, really pretty. These caught my eye also. They were just sparkling like crazy, and after I washed them, man, they really sparkled. So that I bought also. Couple strands of those. And like I said, they were a lot cheaper than buying them online. So if there's a international gem and jewelry show around you, just look at an event center near you and look at the event calendar and see what you can find. So I did that, and those are the extent of the Chinese crystals. I'm going to move these aside. And then I went to a particular booth, and I did disinfect the bags, but I haven't washed these completely, but I will. But I disinfected the bags really well. And I bought these great big bags of clasps, because I was really getting low on clasps. So I have the same clasps for a long time, but I bought 3 different bags, and they were $15 a bag, and they're just huge amounts of clasps. So I won't be running out of clasps for a while, but you can see this is what these look like. You can get even closer. And then, of course, they have the other end. And there are a lot in here. 400 grams is what it says. This is from www.supertimebeads.com, so you may want to look and see if they actually have a website that you can get some of these things from. But let me zoom in close so you can see the website that's on here. So I would look and see if you can find those if you like these. And that's one big, huge bag that I bought. And I will be washing those and my hands. And then I got it in kind of an antique golden tone. Great big package again for $15. And you can't beat that. I've spent $15 on a little tiny package, so these are really pretty too. And there are a lot of clasps in there, so I won't be running out. But I like to have them in several different colors and types. Well, a lot of times I'll buy the rose tone and all different. Today I stayed with gold and silver tone. This is another one I bought because I really like, I've had some of these clasps before, and I like how big and heavy they are for some of my bigger gemstone necklaces or whatever. I like to have a little bit heavier clasp, a little bit bigger, and so that's what these are. There's a lot of these. And that, of course, is same place. And then they had these smaller bags that were $4 a bag of metal beads. So I bought some little larger hole because I use them a lot with wire and different things. I just like to have some bigger hole beads on hand. And that's what these look like. I'll get you close. And this was only $4 a bag. And there's a lot of beads in here. And then here's a wider hold one also. And like I said, before I use them, I'll put them in a hot water bath, clean them all up. At this point, the bags are disinfected, but I'll have to wash my hands and clean them all up because I'm working healthcare, you know that you have to clean everything. And then some more that have kind of they look larger on the outside, and then the hole is a little smaller on the inside, which I thought would be kind of cool in between beads. They're just kind of, well, there's a variety in here. There's a couple different kinds. So one has kind of it gets smaller in the middle, and some of them are whiter on the outside. So, yeah, just a little different there. And this one was $1 a bag because it's smaller than the other bags even. So I could have gone crazy just picking out different bags, but I was getting tired, so I stopped. And then I just found these pretty little beads, and I picked out 3 of them. And I can use them. I was thinking with my amethyst beads and just kind of something in between, make a bracelet or something. So I bought some of those. And I found a couple little strands of, and I already washed these, so now I'll have to wash them again because I just touched them. But anyway, I just found these little strands for $1 a strand, so I picked up some of those for spacers. And that is pretty much what I bought. Let me show you. Let me see if I can get all these over here so you can see. I don't want to mix them up too much here. Those, and then these 3 little guys here, and this bag, and these bags, and these 2 bags. Like so. And that was the extent of my little journey to the Gem and Jewelry show yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you will be seeing some of these pieces. People always ask me to show what I made, and I will with these nicer quality gemstones. Once I make a piece, I will put it on my Facebook page, or I will maybe make a video of just some of the pieces I've made, even with some of my past hauls. But I just haven't had a chance to do that. But I will show you what I've made. And if there's a gem and jewelry show, an international gem and jewelry show that comes somewhere near you, you can see they have all kinds of locations. Just check it out. Just put in International Gem and Jewelry Show in your computer and see if one comes somewhere near you. And it is very much worth your time to go, because you can get really expensive or very cheap beads, whichever way you want to go. If you want some higher quality, or if you just want Chinese crystal, whatever, there's everything there. Already made pieces, whatever you'd like. So it's really a fun day to go and do. And so there you have it. Bye-bye.